Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dan the Glassman here. You're watching the Glassman's World, and we are about to get started on making a custom replica hot air balloon, a custom order by a relative, very special person who's ordering this for the pilot. So, trying to be vague here because just in case the pilot and his wife are watching, I don't want them to know about this. But that individual will be able to share this video out very soon, very soon. So just gonna, I gotta figure out where the card is here. So let me go through these cards real quick. You can see my award there for best of show, winning at the state fair. All right, so I got this baggie here full of these cards, and all these cards here. These are all balloon cards of all kinds. I already made this one of all kinds of balloons that I either want to make. I've replicated many of those, and lots of different balloons that I'd like to either attempt to make or they've been ordered for me to actually make. I need to do this one. And there it is. That's the one we're working on today, guys. Plum Fancy. So we're going to be working on this one today. And here's a few others that I want to attempt to make or already have. This one's going to be really fun. Really fun. This one too. And oh yeah, I remember I got asked to make that one and Night Rider again. I've made many Night Riders. And then, of course, ours. This is the balloon that I crew for every year with Rick Jones from Concord, New Hampshire. That is the Polar Dawn balloon that we fly for Dawn Patrol every year here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And on the off season, Rick Jones is flying around right now doing all kinds of cool stuff. Really awesome. And so today we're going to work on Matt Finch's balloon here. So pilot Matt Finch, he and I apparently we know each other, and we've known each other for quite some time, for many years now, which is really really crazy. I wish I had a way to maybe I do have a way here. Give me one moment. Let me see if I can find a little clip, a little clippy. If I can find a clip. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. So I found this little tiny clip here. Hopefully. Oh wow, what's that? Oh, interesting. I just found some. I found something on the floor. Okay, so maybe these will work better. I don't know. We are going to attempt to clip this somehow on here. I'm just going to use the phone clip here, and I'm going to try to hang this somehow, so that way you guys can see it right here in the corner of the screen. I lost the card. I dropped it behind my table. All right. So I didn't share this out on Facebook or anything because I wanted to make sure that it's kind of like a surprise, and that Matt and his wife don't really know that this is going on. But they did request for me to make this balloon for them. Uh, so that's the one that we're going to be working on right there, guys. So we're going to just set that up just like that, and you guys can see it. I guess that's good enough. We don't want to like all the way in the camera and cutting everything out, but there you go. Cool. So now I got a way to hang cards. We're gonna put all these in. I got so many cards that I'd like to make, or I have orders for. Look at all these. I got even more right here. I got stacks of balloon cards. All these cards that I need to make. That was gonna be so fun to make, and I'm gonna attempt to make all these cards here. This one here I actually had ordered Wonder Woman. I need to get a hold of her and attempt to make that one. And this is one that I actually did make before. This one's a lot of fun. I like making that one. All right, so we're going to get started here, guys. I do believe I have all the colors. So as you can see, it's got that deep purple, right? So we got this plum, right? Plum Fancy. So we're going to go with the darkest purple that I have. You know, it's either that one or you go with the little bit lighter one. So we're going to go with the dark purple. The only thing darker than that would be going cobalt, which then you're going blue. You know, then you're going blue and not purple. So we're going to stick with the purple here. And then you got this like a teal color, right? So we have this one here. We have another one, but it's a little bit dark and I think a little bit too dark. So we're going to go with this lighter shade right here. And then we have the white. That's easy, right? White is white. And then we need pink. Now that pink right there looks like this this magenta right here that I have. You see that? See, that looks like right on point, right? Now, the only problem is this is all I have. The company went out of business during the whole pandemic. So for the last 3 years, I haven't been able to get any more of this color or the glow in the dark. I only have this glow in the dark, and for the last 3 years, hey, I see Angela's watching, Angela Blue. Going on, Blue? I still have to watch the snowman one. Oh yeah, gotta watch the snowman's being made. And I did some wood burning yesterday with hot fire, and I was burning a wood. So check those out on the video. Yes, not yesterday, on Saturday. I think it was like another glass session, getting ready for the market Sunday. At Harvard. The Harvard Holiday Hangout or something. That was on Saturday. So the other pink that I can get, and I can get a bunch of it, is this pink here with in the light. Like, gosh, man, that looks like it's just white. Sorry about that. The light on that makes it look so white, but it's actually pink. I promise you, it's pink. It looks really white right there. So we're going to use this, but I've made some balloons with it, and I'm not happy with it. I think it comes out too light. And when I thin it out, then it comes out almost white. And so, I mean, you can see it's pink. It looks like that cotton candy pink, and with this sun right there in the camera, you can't even tell. It just looks white. Sorry. But let's see if I put it next to white. Does it look white still? The white's on the bottom. That's crazy. I promise it's pink. Uh-oh. We lost our photo. Oh no! Alright, well, maybe we won't be able to keep this clipped on there. Maybe it's not going to stay clipped. I'll try it one more time. That way you guys can see it. But I might have to take it down also for reference. Okay, there it is. Alright, so I'm not happy with this pink right here. Right? It's not as dark as this for sure. You know, it's really light. I really wish I could get more of this here. This, like, I don't know what color it is. It's like a blush, a mauve. Like, I don't know what color it is, but it's really nice, and I can't get any more of it. I said magenta, but it's not a magenta. It's, I don't know. It's a darker pink, and it's really nice. So, being that I don't have a darker pink, I am going to attempt to make my own. So we're going to get some red, some of this dark garnet here, and we're going to add the pink on top of the dark garnet, and we're going to see if it just kind of shows through, and if we get some red to show through. We're gonna attempt to play with this. This is all a part of the whole replica. I don't have the pink. We can go with the light pink, but I wouldn't be happy with it. And I want to see if we can get a better red. You know, with some of the ones that I won Best of Show with this award here, I had to actually make gold, and so by making that gold, you know, it's all a part of it. It's all, you know, if you don't have a certain color and you got to custom make it, well, that's what happens. So we are going to attempt to make our very own as close as we can to this, and I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out at all. So you're now on this journey with me. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I'm Dan the Glassman, and we are about to attempt to make PLUM FANCY. This is going to be fun. All right, I'm going to move my phone over here so it's in a safer place. It doesn't get hot with any of these tools or anything here. And let's make sure we got clear glass ready to go. At least make one of them. There we go. So we're going to make one on camera here, maybe two, but probably just one. It's going to probably take an hour. So we're going to keep this video as short as possible, making just one. I'm going to pull out that color there. So now that color is all prepared. And then we're going to take this pink and we're going to coat the dark garnet with the pink here. And I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if I should maybe twist them together and add, add some pink on each side of the red and then twist it up. That's what I did to make the gold. Is I used a amber and a canary yellow and a little bit of white. But let's see what this looks like first. And we're just going to do a little bit on the tip of it. We're not going to coat like the whole bunch. We're just going to see what this does when you coat it. Does it show through? Is it going to show the red coming through or not? So, Matt and I, apparently, the pilot of this balloon, PLUM FANCY, apparently we've known each other for many years before. We used to perform in bands here in Albuquerque. I was in a band called Chronic Logic back in the days, and he was in a band called Crazy Fool, and also in a band called the Blue Hornets. And then I eventually was in a band called Element 37, which I still perform with. In quotations, perform. We haven't performed since 2015, But Element 37 is basically me being the front man and whoever accompanies me on stage. We recreate Element 37 right there on the spot. So it doesn't matter which musicians are there with me. If I have musicians up on stage and I'm doing the Element 37 songs, then that's Element 37 right there. Okay, so we now have the pink coated on top of that orange. I promise you it's pink, not white. And we're just going to use it. We're going to pull this, stretch it, and we're going to make our very first attempt here, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Like either do it like this or we twist it. I don't know. Maybe I should twist them up first. So we can pull this and stretch it so we can have it ready. And then I have another dark garnet right there that I can just use that if I feel that this one isn't right, then I can make another one with twisting some of the dark garnet with the light pink here and see if we can come up with this sort of color that, which I wish I could get more of that. I'm so sorry. When color becomes discontinued, it's not something that I know how to do. I mean, I can mix pre-made colors, but I'm no alchemist. I don't know one thing about how you mix colors or anything like that. They put like all kinds of different elements and like you need to be a scientist. You need to be an alchemist for that kind of stuff. And I am just a glass artist. I guess there is science here behind it where I can heat up something solid and liquefy it and then manipulate it in many ways and using golds and silvers to fume with glass and be able to get it to make it color change and things like that. So there definitely is a science behind what I do here in my art, but I am no alchemist, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to stretch this out some. Make a nice stringer to draw with. All right, and let's see. Is that darker at all? It is darker. It is darker. I don't know if you're going to be able to see on the camera, but the one on top is slightly darker. So I think that red is going to be able to show through. Let's attempt to make one. Let's see how it comes out. I don't know. At the same time, I'm also thinking, hey, wait a minute, slow down. Let's get this other dark garment here. Always using the Norwex OptiCloth. You just did a search for blush glass rods. Wow. Wow, too many, so many colors. So you're looking at blush. Okay, so if you're looking for glass, you have to look specifically for borosilicate glass. And if you can find something like that, like a blush, that's like a dark pink like that, let me know. Because maybe I can get it from my local supplier here. They can order it for me, or I can just get it online for myself. But the company that I got these ones from, those specifically are they're known as Boro rods, BORORODS, Boro rods, or Boro sticks. Is it Boro rods or Boro sticks? STIX. But that company, they were known for their glow-in-the-dark glass for this here, and they went completely out of business. This part's glow, that part's red. I was making a glow-in-the-dark heart with it. So that has red, and then the glow comes through it, as you can see. So that's kind of what I'm attempting to do right now, and have that pink shining through, or the red coming through the pink right there. Which it does look darker. But we're gonna attempt to make another one here, and we're gonna twist this up as best we can. Gavardi COE 104. I believe that's soft glass, not borosilicate glass. I think that's like Moretti rods. Gavardi, yeah, I've never heard of Gavardi color. So I think that's soft glass. I can't use soft glass. They don't have the same coefficient, the same COE. I think our borosilicate's at what, 95 or I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I should know after 30 years, 28 years of blowing glass. Those are the kind of things I'm like, whatever. It's borosilicate glass. That's all I need to know. Is it boro or is it not? I don't know how to test the COE. Cool. Thank you so much for researching that. I really do appreciate it. All right, so we're going to add, I don't know if I should do more pink or red. I went a little bit thinner on that side. Okay. So thicker on one side, thinner on the other. Hopefully the red shines through. I'm going to smash it down and push that red out just a little bit. Okay, so I got that pink and the red on there. We're going to now blend it up as best as I can here. It's going to be interesting. It is boro, okay. Or you're still looking for boro. Yeah, boro and pink, that's a hard one. Like soft glass has been around for over 2,000 years, so they've been able to perfect the colors. Whereas this glass has only been around for like a little more than 100 years, or somewhere around there. About 100 years or so. So it's completely new, a lot newer compared to any other glass that's been around the world that we've known of for, since the beginning of time of growing glass, ancient time, 12,000 years BCE or something like that, or 12,000 years ago. So then that would be like 10,000 BCE or whatever. All right, so right now I'm just doing the best I can. I'm mixing this color. I'm just twisting it all up, keeping it nice and molten, and we're just spinning it all in itself. And hopefully we can then stretch it out and it'll be the same color all the way through, and we'll see. Are we going to get anything close to a blush? All right, here we go. All right, so right now it's super light pink because that garnet disappears and goes away as a clear glass. But then it should all come back here. And I don't know how much of this tip has red or not. It might be clear glass. Alright, so now we'll see. What did I do? What did I do? Ooh. It is blushy. That is way close. Wow. But you see how it's lighter in some spots, darker in the other. I don't know if that's from the heat, if it's going to stay like that, if some spots are going to get darker, or if that's just how it is and it's going to be kind of splotchy like that. Maybe just mixing it up a little bit longer. Maybe add a little bit more pink. I think that could work. Maybe I could be an alchemist. That's interesting. Alright, I'm going to pull a little bit of this tip off because it's so super white here. And then I'll just throw that in my colored scraps there and we'll possibly use it in the future. Alright, well that's a better pink. But is it too red? I mean, but then again, we're looking at this this color right here. And that color right there is kind of reddish, you know, it does look like this. Like it's pretty much on point with that color right there. And I wish I could use this, but it's sold out. So I can't use it because then, you know, they're going to want more and more. So I need to figure out how I'm going to make this color happen. All right. So now, I can either attempt to mix more red. Maybe, oh, okay, actually. See, you get these ideas. Maybe go with the lighter red, not the dark garnet, but the regular garnet. There we go. So this is just a regular garnet. And instead of coating the pink over the red, let's put a little bit of red over the pink. And then it won't be so red, it'll be more pink. And that pink will come through. This will be the translucent. And that makes a little bit more sense to me. All right. We're going to try this again. We're already 30 minutes in just making one color. But that's what it takes. But then once I make the color, then we should be able to make several of them and just keep on making more color. And yeah, let me know if you find anything. Boro is it's an interesting color, but there are lots of colors to choose from already. There's so many different companies. You got like the original company I've ever known was North Star, and then you have Glass Alchemy, and then you've got all these other different colors. What is it? The Colorado Color Company. They got some amazing colors and colored tubing now. So those are just, you know, like we've got people who basically create our paints. You know, that it's not paint, it's, you know, colored glass that they somehow figured out how to color with different elements, different, you know, like they'll use gold or silver. You know, golds create pinks and purples. And blues create or sorry, silvers create like a blue kind of hue. Like, how much red do I need? I put a skinny line on the back side there too. So we're just doing opposite of what I just did with a thick line of pink and then a thin line of pink on the red. But now we're doing a thick line and a thin line of red on the pink. And we'll twist this up. Hopefully this works. And we'll be done with making the color. Yeah, borosilicate. Yep, exactly. Borosilicate. Boro glass. That's exactly it right there. And then the other glass is like Moretti glass or bullseye glass. The other coefficiency glass. All right, so then we just twist it all up. Oh yeah, the only difference is I didn't flatten this one like I did that other one. I don't know if that's going to do anything. You know, another thing too is I wonder if I should mix it. You know, we're twisting it this way, but maybe I should then grab it from the side and twist it up the other way too. And we'll get it all mixed up. Here, watch, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to take it off this color pink here. And I'm just going to use the pink to twist it back up here. Like maybe it needs more red. It's so interesting doing this whole mixing of colors and stuff. We're just going to mash this down and get this off axis on the opposite way here, like this. Watch. We just attach that. Hopefully this snaps off. It didn't snap off just right. It's got a little bit of clear glass stuck to it, but we just pull off that clear glass. That's fine. All right, then we got all that clear glass off. I don't know. I see that red trying to come through. We're going to do another mix here. We're going to go the other way now. We're just going to get this molten again, get it all rounded up. And then I'm just going to spin it this way. So it's been spun this way, and now we're going to spin it this way. And hopefully that's going to do a really nice mixture and get all these colors mixed up. But I don't know if it's now too much pink by putting that pink in the center. Maybe we need to keep it more red. So, you know, this whole process I'm trying to figure out, can I replicate balloons? I will do my best to replicate them as best I can. Sometimes the colors aren't available and I might have to suit. I have to use another color, substitute another color for it. Like, what do you call it? Subsidize? The substitute. So, yeah, that might be an issue with some balloons. And some balloons I might plain out just say, no, I'm sorry, I cannot make them. Which there are plenty of balloons out there in this world, hot air balloons, that I know I cannot make. So if your balloon is one of those balloons, then I just recommend you buy a new balloon that's easier for me to replicate. Just kidding. Just get a whole new balloon so I can replicate it easier. No, but I'll do the best I can. I know there's some balloons with wording on there that I can't really write. You know, showing you guys a little pixie over here. It's like, I don't know if I could draw a pixie on something this tiny. Now, maybe a Christmas ornament sized balloon, yes, but not a little tiny pendant like what we're making these days here. All right, so we're going to stretch this out now. We're going to see what this looks like, what that did by mixing it up. Might still go with that first full color that we got. It's not that bad. Just fine tuning the stretch here. I know there's some thicker spots and thinner spots here. And you know, the other thing too is maybe by adding that color all mixed up with this, maybe this won't look so white anymore and won't come out so light. Huh. That doesn't really have. That's not what I'm looking for. No, we definitely need more red than pink. But what did I do? The pink's in the center. I just need to add more red on the outside of this, that's all. Let's try that again. It's gotta be. That's a nice full. It's a good pink right there. We'll save that for a rainy day. It's not going to rain today because I sprayed it full of chemtrails. All right, let's try this again. So we got the pink. We're going to get the red here. Oh, we also used the lighter red, didn't we? The lighter red might have been too light. All these little details, guys. So many little details. Here, we're going to just combine these two colors that I pulled now. This is the one that I like. The first one is actually the one that I really, really like. But this one is darker here. And I'm going to pull it off the red, and we're going to make an even darker one. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. That sun doesn't make it easy to view. All right, we're going to try this again. We're going to go with the dark red, with the dark garnet, and we're going to really, really coat this to get that pink to come out. That's interesting. That it actually showed out more pink than anything. So I'm going to go with 2 thick stripes of pink on each side, or sorry, red, dark garnet. We'll just twist it up and see what it does. Okay, 40 minutes in on just making color. But sometimes it is what it is. And we could have just gone with the straight up, the first pink. I'm not happy with it. We may go with that first twist that we did that's more red than anything. Because it looks really, really close to what we're going for here. Alright, we're going to twist this up now. Hopefully it's got more red than the pink. It should show up more red than pink. I'm going to go in, I'm going to spin it up again, just like I did the other one from the opposite side. And it looks like we're getting a really nice dark color on the other side there. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe too much. Maybe too much garnet. Garnet, too much garnet. I gotta remove that clear glass again. I think I need to get me some beeswax for these here. They keep on, the glass keep on getting stuck to it. Alright. I'm gonna twist this one up now, guys. And we'll see how this looks. Oh, this one might work though. A little bit darker than that one. I think that one's a little too red. Alright, so now we just spin it the opposite way and hopefully we bring out some of those pinks again, mixed in with the red or the garnet. The mix looks good. You know, mixing it one way then the other way, that's a good way to mix two colors together. If you're ever trying to mix two colors, I'd highly recommend that. Alright, here we go. How does it look? You can see down here, there's some pretty good dark spots. I think I might have a good one here. I think I might have a really good one here. Okay, so this is all the different temps here. There's the first one, the second, well, this is the first one. And I thought that was a little bit too dark red. And we got this one, then this one, and now we got that one. And look at the difference between those. This one's best. So the one that we just did, after all those attempts, now I'm happy with what I got here. Alright, so now this is what we're going to use here. This is a good pink. I'm happy with that. It's really, really close. It's actually slightly lighter than that. Really close though. Alright. And then when we stretch it out thinner, I don't know if it's even going to be more or less pink or what, but let's do this. Alright guys, so let's get our clear glass. Let's make sure this is all ready. We got the Norwex Albuquerque here. Get it all cleaned out, make sure that we have no dust, no fingerprints. And they sell luminous glow in the dark rods on Amazon. I'm looking up wholesale since we have a bid. Found a couple used, some getting out of doing glass. Maybe you might have found, but luminous glass, I don't know if that's also the same as these blush, but luminous, that could be glow in the dark, maybe. Or it could be blacklight reactive. This stuff is straight up glow in the dark. I have a necklace here, and when I go anywhere, this thing just lights up in the dark. It's a nice little leaf, little ganja leaf on there. Okay, so now we gotta check it out. So you see it starts with the dark purple, then you go white, then blue, then the pink, then the purple, then the white, then the blue, then the pink, then the purple. So, hold on, getting ahead of ourselves. We got the pink ready, but that does not mean we have everything else ready. We got to stretch out these colors. all to the same. So before we get ahead of ourselves here, I'm going to stretch these out now. If you're just going to do the same thing, get a rod here and just attach it, and we'll heat up a good chunk of it and then just pull it out to a, I think that's a good 4mm rod is what I think I'll be working with on this one here. May want to pull it down a little bit more actually. We got how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. That ain't bad. Actually. Alright, we got the white now. We're going to stretch it out to that good 4 or 5mm thickness. Maybe a little thinner. Just like that. We're going to do the purple, or the plum fancy. We'll call it plum. You know, actually, I do believe it is plum. Unless the other one is plum. Alright, so the color is taking almost an hour just to get prepared. Only because of not having the proper blush or that darker pink. I could have gone straight with that light pink, but it wouldn't have looked right. And I guess I could have gone with red, maybe with the lighter garnet. And you know, I can attempt to make one of those too, with just the lighter garnet. And if it doesn't come out, then I can just keep it for my own collection or just sell it as an almost replica of Plum Fancy. An almost replica. Like it almost made it. And just put it on the discount rack. Uh-oh. The other thing too is that plum, we're going to need quite a bit of it, as you can see. Actually, for the line work, we don't need too much. How many we need? We got the one on the bottom, the one on the top. Got 3 lines. Okay, that looks good. And then the peacock. That teal color there. So thank you again for looking at all that info on the luminous glass and everything. Yeah, the luminous, that could be borosilicate. There's some glass that's newer that I don't really know about because I haven't tried it out yet. There's a lot of the like the slime colors and the uh, gosh, I don't even remember all the other colors that they have. There's so many different colors out there. But a lot of them are the black light reactive glass, and so I'm wondering if that's the luminous colors there. But those are all those like, those really hard to make colors. They're extremely expensive, and they're not like the ones like that I normally get from like North Star or Glass Alchemy, where they've already been like, tried and true, been tested for years, for decades. And I'm sure they're still experimenting with some colors and things like that. But it's not like, a company like Boral Rods or Boral Sticks where you go into business and you get everyone all happy. Yay, we got all this glow glass. And it's like, oh, no, boo, we don't have any glow glass. Oh, no. Ah. Well, that's probably long enough. Okay, we got all the colors ready to go, guys. So let's do this now. We're gonna attempt to make Plum Fancy. All that for the color, guys. Now we're an hour in. But that way, we keep this all true. This is exactly what goes into making these replicas. Sometimes we don't have the color for it, and if you really want it to be a replica, then that's why I charge $40 and up for these. All right, so we'll start with the top and work our way down. All right, so we draw that around. Make sure it's overlapped properly. Oh, one pink. Going right underneath that one. I'm going to take off a little bit more of this tip here. Just to be sure we're getting that red. And then if you've noticed, the colors on Plum Fancy are actually kind of like a zigzag, not a zigzag pattern, but you can see like some of the colors are going upward, some of them are going downward, they're getting pulled in different directions, so it seems. And so we're going to also mimic that as well. Oh. And then what? Then the blue. Good morning, Boogie. How are you? Oh, that's good. Huh? Making a balloon. Do you see that balloon right there? I'm making that balloon right there. So my son just woke up, guys. Yeah, just working the glass. I'll be done in a little bit. So Mama's up. Mama should be here. Or well, Mama's here. Mama's in the room. So he's not by himself or anything, just so you guys know. Alright, we got the blue and the white. And then the purple. And we're pretty much in the middle now of the coloring. Yeah, so that's what it looks like so far, guys. Got the colors all twisted up to that purple. So it's all the way from top to the center now, and then we're going to add the pink underneath the purple. We'll be working towards the bottom of the balloon now. Okay, so now I'm going to taper in the clear glass so I can bring the those colors in more tapered. Or else those bottom colors, when I stretch it out to taper it, they'll get really wider compared to the rest. So now that we're in the center here, we're going to taper this balloon here on the clear glass and then continue drawing. But the heat, being that it's tapered, we got to make sure not to make it too skinny, or else it's going to try to bend over and like fall over from the heat. There's going to be a slight taper here, just like that. And then I can draw the lines perfectly even now. And they won't have to be tapered so or pulled down and stretched out. We can keep these all that same thickness all the way throughout now. Doing my best to keep these lines nice and straight. Making sure that the colors are touching each other so there's no clear glass in between, there's no open space. Okay, then we go pink, then blue. The line work is super important. So now we're at 7 minutes, I guess maybe 10 minutes, so it's probably about like 55 after when we started doing all the line work. And I can see it's starting to try to taper, or not taper, to fall over. We're just going to bring it back onto a straight point here, bring it back onto active. And then look at the coloring here, make sure that so I'll just use this. And then the last few colors. So what was that? We got the dark, we got white, dark, pink, blue, white. And we're pretty much on the bottom here, guys. Let's straighten out this rod here before drawing with it. Got a little crooked. Let me make sure those lines are nice and straight. I keep noticing that my cups are grabbing the glass on my table. Okay, now, I believe that was white. That's the bottom right there. Besides that, the purple, well, okay, actually, we'll do a little, you guys, I do see that, okay. A little bit of purple at the very, very bottom that's getting pulled up with the colors. All right, you guys. So now what I'm going to do is melt all these colors in together. And then we're going to create those zigzag lines. So I see there's at least 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many there are going around the whole balloon. 4 or 5. Oh, so my website was thedropofwater.com. I no longer have the Drop of Water up and running anymore. It's at a smaller website. It's now at a Square site. I've been using Square for secured online payments and credit card payments and things like that. So I now have Square websites, several set up. We have the Drop of Water, which is all separated in hyphens. So it's like the hyphen, drop hyphen, water, the Drop of Water with the hyphens, and then dot square dot site. And then there's a new one that I just got up today, which is my gift and card. All words, no and symbols, just my gift and card dot square dot site. And that's another new one that I just got set up this morning. You can check that one out now. And then I'll be working on another one here very soon for the glass balloons. So by the end of the day, we should have the website up for glass balloons, so you can order your classic style balloons of all different colors. And then we will also have the custom, a place where you can order a custom balloon at $40. And it could cost more, so we may have to just wait and see how we work all that. All right, so now we got all those colors all melted together, guys. I don't know if you can see that. So now we got to do the line work. And the line work is done by using this clear rod that I just pulled off. Where is that rod? Is it in the mix here now? Is this it? Wow, that's it. Okay, cool. Oh. All right. I'm wondering how many. Maybe 1, 2. Okay, we're just going to do these in opposites because they do have to be equal for the pattern to work. Alright, you guys, it's slowly coming out. This is going to be gorgeous. Now you only need to make like 11 more. This is one of those balloons where I have to make at least a dozen of them. Right now I'm doing 6 of them right away. We'll see how these first 6 come out. So right now I'm bringing all the lines down, and then the ones in between those, we're going to bring those up. And trying to keep the pull exactly the same consistency all the way around, which that's the hard thing. I don't know if I can ever get that right. You just go in between all those and pull all those upwards. All right, one more. And this will be the only balloon that I do here live for this one, but I will be replicating more of them throughout the day. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching right now while we're doing this live. Do not share this with Matt Pitt and his wife until after Christmas. So we're trying to keep this video a secret actually right now. But it's alright. If they find out, they find out. Because they already requested that I make them anyway, so they already know that I'm making them. They just don't know that someone ordered them for them. Look at that. So you see that? The coloring is up and then down and up and down. So now I gotta put that purple all in between all of that. And we're going to add some ribs. So we're going to have one purple line and then doing the 2 clear lines right in between there. I believe so. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, we got to bring all this in the top here and close this off. So there's this clear glass up there. Definitely got to close that up. Yeah, this looks nice. So now I have to round it all out. We can get rid of all the rough spots, all the little indentions and grooves from adding all that glass on there. We're gonna make it all round and smooth like a marble. Okay, let's see. Could you put hyperlink up? Yes. For which one? For the glass balloon? Oh, or glass balloons isn't up. For gift and card? Or for the drop of water? The drop of water only has the water drops. And then gift and card is something that we've been working on lately with my wife and I. And possibly even our child coming in and making some cards and different gifts too. You know, our 11-year-old is also a jeweler and makes bracelets, makes necklaces, and also makes beautiful handmade cards. And you know, my child just plays around with different things and has fun, and then that's it. Doesn't really think about going into business of it or anything. But I'm really hoping that I can show my child that, you know, we sell a few. Maybe that'll inspire my child to make more. You know, and turning them into assets instead of just uh, little crafts and things to do on the side. But also, if that's what our child wants to do, is just do some crafts, and so be it. Okay, just got to melt down the top here, round down the top, and we are ready for the next step, which is basically shaping it into the balloon now. Right now, it just looks like a round pendant. It just looks like a really beautiful piece of colored glass. Yeah, I could pull it down and call it a balloon at this point, but it's not completely ready and done. And I do appreciate you, Blue, for being here and hanging out. Linksled site can't be reached. Okay, I'll put a link up for glass for gift card, gift and card. Hey, good morning. Sure. You want to do double that? That's fine. Check it out. I'm making PLUM FANCY, which is the one that my friend is a pilot for. Yeah. And he was a musician that we played in different shows for long ago. So, good morning, all right, so here it is, guys. Look at that. Look at that beautiful work there. All right, so now, they closed the door. I need the airflow. All right. So now, I'm going to add all the purple, the plum, sorry. And we got to create distinct lines in between all of those. Okay. Here we go. Oh, pretty much right on there. That's awesome. Where it isn't encased in clear, it comes up to the surface and it gives me a perfect line on where I am supposed to draw this. Oh my God. PLUM FANCY may be not as difficult as I was expecting. The only other thing is that maybe I'm putting way too many purple lines going down this. Maybe we need to open up those holes and have it do something else. This is a first attempt, guys, so you know, got to see how it looks on the first one to know what the rest of them are going to look like and how I can correct this one. Yeah, I'm thinking there's way too many. It closed it up so much compared to what I was expecting to do. But it has to be like that for the pattern to work, for it to go up and down and up and down. So I need to make less of those up and downs on the next one. But check it out, guys. Coming together. And maybe that's exactly how many it's supposed to help. All right, so now I'm going to pull it all up. I don't want just a big old chunk of purple on top. I don't believe so. I want it to all get tapered in and pulled in. There's so much detail work that goes into actually replicating the balloon and making it as precise as possible, guys. As you can see here, we're an hour and a half in. And I did tell the buyer, I was like, yeah, they normally take about 1 to 2 hours, you know, depending. Sometimes I got to work on the color just to get the color an hour right here on this one, just to get a pink color to work. But now we got that pink, and now we're good to go. And we can make more. I can make 2 or 3 more of these real quick. Maybe this works. Maybe this is too much of the purple. I think it's too much. I think we got 8 lines and we need 4. So that means that we need to pull that up for 1. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe there's 6 gourds on there. The gourds are the colors that go up. To see, then I'm supposed to get some color in between those to create the actual balloon effect. Definitely gonna redo this one. Less pulled on each side. Go bigger. And then I'm debating, do I want to, I think I do want to add that cold wrap in there. No, I'm going to leave it like that because the purple is more prominent than the color. We want that purple to be out more like that. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go into making the actual balloon shaping. We get the top perfectly round, so there isn't any sort of like bumps or anything. See, I was like pointy just a little bit. We're going to bring that down some. just like that. And then we're going to smash the whole thing down. And we're going to like compress it into itself. So then the sides blow out like that, like the way the balloon looks. We'll make it more blown out to the top, tapered all the way down to the bottom. We'll add a little clear glass in between to hang the balloon right underneath it. We'll make sure we add a little bit more the plum on the bottom to create the skirting there, or the under part of the envelope or the balloon. And then, being that this is the first one, the number one, they may be like, oh no, we're happy with that. That is awesome. Now I just got to make a whole bunch more. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm pushing it into itself. See that? And now it got blown up this way, so it's nice and rounded. And then we'll get our clear glass here. We make the loop. We're about to call this a day, guys. I'm going to try to find the ones that are the most opened up right there in the front. We just make sure that the loop is nice and strong right on top of here. And add a little bit of clear glass on his backside to strengthen the loop here. Just thinned out some, so I just want to make sure it's nice and strong. Yeah, that's better. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, okay. You guys ready? You tell me. As soon as we're done here, a couple more moments. Add a little more clear. It thinned out again right there, right at the connection point. interesting how much time and energy I put into the loop, but I think that the loop is extremely important to work and make sure that it's really, really strong and secure. Because if the loop breaks, then there's no more necklace, and you just got a little marble or something. All right, that's nice and sturdy. That's a good loop right there. I'm happy with that. And we'll get our. Uh-oh. Did I use it? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, is this it here? I used my punchy rod. Okay. What can we use for a punchy then? How about that one? So we're gonna have to clean up this punchy, that's for sure. I'll give you guys a quick look, quick peek. So there's the first attempt at making Plum Fancy, guys. We're talking tiny, extreme detail on all these. They are replicas, you know. They're mimicked replicas, I guess. They're as close as I can make them to looking like what they really look like in real life. Alright, so now we're going to take the balloon off the rod here that we've been working in. So this working rod, we're going to remove it now. We'll get rid of all the color here on the bottom of the balloon. And we're going to finish it up by putting a little skirting of plum on the bottom of it. Bring this all together here. So this takes a moment to do a fine flame cut, keeping it right where I want to be able to pull the color at the same time pull it off of the clear glass. I'm being really, really precise here on where my flame is. So I can do both at the same time. I can stretch it and I can also get it off of the clear rod without losing too much or wasting too much of it. Cut it off right there. Down, there's a little bit of clear glass on the end there. The clear rod we're done with, we can move that to the side. And you can call that a balloon, but that doesn't look like that balloon to me. We gotta really, really taper that whole area and then get that purple skirting right there. So all of this at the end is now scrap glass. So that's the one thing about making these is I do scrap quite a bit of glass here, which, I can end up trying to turn it into something if I really wanted to. I could twist this up and have a nice little spiral of plum and clear. Alright, we're just going to pull that off, take it off now. And that ain't really anything, so we're just going to scrap it. It's not much, but you could try to use it for this or that or whatever, but we're now going to finish up the bottom here. We're gonna really taper all this and get it all pulled down. This is a little smaller than usual because I didn't add that extra clear glass I thought I was going to add. Which I guess I could have. I just wanted to make sure that the purple was popping out a little bit more prominent than the rest of it. All kinds of detailed stuff, guys. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do this to open it up more. We're going to redo this one. But not on this video. Maybe not on any other video. But I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching here on how to make Plum Fancy. This has been a lot of fun. I'd love to replicate balloons and just give myself a challenge. This is such a huge challenge for me to see, can I pull it off on the first attempt or not? It's a lot of fun and a big challenge. And then doing it live right here in front of the live studio audience. No pressure. Alright, so now I added that skirting there. And just melting it in to the rest of the balloon so it's all one. And then we pull that again for another taper. And now we got the bottom of the balloon, guys. Just trying to get that taper just right now. That looks good. That looks good. Then we add a little clear glass to create the empty space between where the skirting is there and the basket. So that's just adding a little dot of clear glass right there in between. And then we need our caramel or butterscotch that we use for making the gondola here. Making sure to also taper that. And a lot of people say that I could probably charge $100 for these because of how long they take, how detailed they are, and that the fact that I am probably the only glass artist in the world that is offering to custom replicate balloons as small and as detailed as these are. So these are all one-of-a-kind, unique masterpieces. You're getting the original piece of artwork. It's not like you're getting a photo or a copy of it. And then a little dot for the basket. And we call ourselves a day right there, guys. There's PLUM FANCY right there. If I get it too close to the card, I might burn it. But check that out. And then those colors are going to pop out, you know, all the other colors that are in there. Some of them do look a little washed out. That pink looks good, though. So yeah, we're going to attempt this one more time. Well, one more time, like a dozen times. But there you go. There's PLUM FANCY, guys. That's the first one there. We're going to drop this in the kiln. And then I'm going to go have some breakfast or lunch or whatever. It's my breakfast. I haven't had anything today. All right. And that's how you take it off. We're going to drop this in the kiln. And that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Woo! I'm Dan, the Glass Man. You're watching the Glass Man's World. All right, we'll see you guys soon on another time. And thank you so much for checking out all the colors and everything. And oh, hold on, before we go, thank you for your patience. Not gonna leave you hanging like that. Let me see if I can get you into the site. Like I said, I'm just getting it up and running. It may actually not even be like live. There could be things that I haven't figured out to get it 100% running. But let me see if this all works for you. Okay, I believe that's it. And okay, and I believe that is it as well. So let me know if those work. I don't know how you'll let me know how they work. I guess in the comments below on this video. Come on back, comment below. Let me know if those links work. If not, tell me what doesn't work or what page you were able to get to. All those cool fancy things like that. And one more thing. Happy 420. I'm out. You guys have a good day.